we have Karin Kochis here to talk to us about the wonderful world of pickleball. Karin, how are you this morning?
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Thanks for having me here.
So excited.
So,
yes.
Davey, she's ranked #1 senior pro women's single player on the now is it APP tour? Am I saying that right?
APP tour, yeah.
Okay. How many gold medals do you have?
So in singles, I just earned my 11th.
Okay.
11th APP gold medal, and then I also just earned a couple of weeks ago my second U.S. Open.
That's amazing.
Gold medal.
U.S. Open.
Yes.
Good
yes.
grief. So, but you have you have 29 total gold medals across your career?
Across my career, actually, I think it might be a little bit more than that here lately. So, but 29 is still a pretty good number.
Absolutely.
She's like, I gotta go
And by
home
the way,
count.
there are other things than gold. You know, there's silver and bronze,
Right.
and you know, so those aren't listed. But yeah, I mean, you know, anytime you medal, it's a good day.
Right.
So talk to us about like your world in pickleball. Like, where did it all begin? Were you always a pickleball player?
No, I was not. You know, I started very young as a tennis player when I was, you know, just 7 years old. And
Steffi Graf was my favorite back in the
Steffi Graf.
day.
I was in one tournament with her.
No way!
Yeah.
Was she super cool?
It was a tournament in France. I remember I was just like in the same draw as her. It was like it was big, but you know, she's amazing.
Cool.
And I guess we'll get back to that, but you know, she does play pickleball now, and so does Agassi.
We talked about it on the show.
Yes,
that's
we
why.
And
yeah,
I'll get more into detail on that because there is a little bit of a chance I might play with Agassi this year.
Oh my God! Get me a sweatband.
Really?
I want to use one. That'd be awesome.
So remind me to talk about that a little bit later. But it was starting. So pickleball, you know, I really only played for like 3 years now. But sort of got a little taste of it maybe 6 years ago when I got myself certified to teach pickleball. Back then, I actually didn't think it was that cool. So I just got certified on that day and just never gave it another shot. But then 3.5 years ago, we moved to Florida. We came from Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
And then the funny thing is that when we were in Pennsylvania, my husband said that he was going to pick up, you know, this pickleball now. And I said, what?
Yeah, you were kind of like, I'm a tennis.
I was like,
what are you doing?
I'm not. Like, you know, what are you thinking? And it was
Is this
like,
a
good
cheap
for you.
imitation of tennis? Like, what is this?
I was like,
Yeah.
good for you. You know, I'll stick with tennis. And next thing we know, 6 months after, I started playing, and he sort of, you know, stopped playing. So so that's kind of a funny story. That
Wait,
you know,
did he stop playing because you were beating his booty?
Yep.
Is that the real story here?
well, I don't know. That's the real story, but it may be part of the story.
I love it. Yes.
No,
Spilling
he's
the
he's
tea.
a phenomenal golfer and really enjoys that. So you know, so that's where he kind of puts his time.
Yeah, he's my husband's life coach and golf coach. So
Oh wow.
He's very proud of that.
He
so
is. Yeah,
he's
it's
very
on the
proud.
resume for sure. So you played tennis, obviously at an extremely high level, but now you're in there and you are just kicking butt and taking names. What is the chance? You just said there's a chance you might play Agassi. Where would that be? Would that be here in the U.S.?
Yes. Yes. So, well, I guess since you guys want to talk about that, then let's talk about it. So I got drafted this is my second year playing on the NPL, in the NPL league.
Okay.
And so last year I did it just kind of to try it out, loved it. It's 12 teams that are drafted all across the country. And we have team owners and that type of thing. Okay. And last year I was on one team. This year I was drafted for the Austin Ignites.
Okay.
And so what happened is that that Agassi plays a lot of pickleball up in Las Vegas, and he plays a lot with this guy named Alex Simon, and Alex Simon has been drafted to our team. Alex Simon asked our team owners if there was a possibility that he could invite Agassi to play for our team.
Wow.
And our team owner said, of course.
Yeah.
So yes, we don't know which one. It might be even 2 of the events. There are 6 total events, so he might be coming for 1 or 2 of them. And then there is mixed doubles. So who knows who Agassi's mixed doubles partner might be.
Well, I think he might want you, considering your reputation.
So we'll see. But it's just all fun. He's so, it's just so fun to see that, tennis players coming into this world.
Yeah, talk about that transition. That's an interesting one to me because it's almost like being an endurance athlete and then now turning into like a mid-distance or sprinter. You know what I mean? Because pickleball is a little bit quicker, right?
Yeah.
Because you're closer.
I mean, that's one of the things that, so again, I'm a perfect example of that where, you come into it and you just learn the sport really, really quickly in some areas. There comes a time where you want to beat better players where your tennis strokes are not gonna do it for you. You actually need to become a pickleball player.
Right.
So it depends on what type of tennis player you were. If you kind of like to just sit on the baseline and hit your ground strokes all day long, then the net game might be very, very difficult to pick up. And
Interesting,
And that's why not everyone does well in pickleball, because if they didn't like their net game or if they didn't have touch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of touch in pickleball.
Well, you mean like a softer touch?
Softer touch, yeah.
Yeah, I would be terrible.
Yeah, so everyone, that it's just having feel with the ball, not being able to hit a very controlled shot with
Maybe
a very
you'd be
little,
great.
with a very small movement, right? And that needs to be trained, and you need to maybe have a little, little good background on that. So that's why not everyone that plays tennis is coming through like strong. So
colorful career though. What's one of your most favorite moments of being on this journey?
Well, again, the journey hasn't been that long, right? It's been 2 years.
Long enough to make a memory, sister.
I
It
know.
only takes one tournament.
No. I have. So now I'm trying to think which one, right? Which one? So there are 3 that really stand out. I could think quite a bit. One is just stand on a national level is just winning the US Open. I brought my medal here that I won a couple.
Let's see.
I won here a couple of.
Look at that, you guys! Wow.
Of weeks ago, and this is my second. I actually defended my title, so I also won last year.
Wow, that's not easy. Congratulations!
So I'm very proud of this little one here. And then
what's the wrapper one over there? There's like some crazy chain medal over there that I'm looking at.
Crazy chain, yeah. So I brought this one here because normally they're this size, right? But this one here was actually one I won right here in at the yards at Ponte Vedra.
Good gracious.
At that. That is awesome.
I just think this is really, really cool. It's really heavy, by the way.
Flavor Flav
And
coming through.
it was Barstool that hosted this tournament.
Oh, Barstool did? Barstool Sports? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I would clean the house in that. That is amazing.
So
I love that.
when my partner and I saw this, I was like, we gotta win this thing, right?
Definitely. So cool.
Yeah, so kudos to my partner Jared Cohens, who was my mixed partner here, and we were able to bring one of these home.
That's really exciting. Yeah.
It makes a
do
little
you
noise.
Do you have different partners, or do you only stick to the one partner?
I'd say that no, I don't stick to one partner. I have a handful of female and a handful of male partners that I like playing with.
There's so many jokes here.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry.
That's called a softball. Yeah.
So do you have any tattoos that we should be aware of? Which is an odd question, but apparently.
Our producer's booth wants to know. Yeah.
I have 13 currently on me, and then 14 and 15 needs to be done.
All right.
So I give myself a tattoo for every gold medal that I win.
That's amazing.
And so, just the last 2 weeks, 14 and 15 happened.
You got to make an appointment ASAP.
So yes, and luckily it's just like up the road from where we are. So maybe I can just stop by on the way home here.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Most people do jewelry. She does tattoos. That's amazing.
I do.
I'm with you. I was just in New York with my best friend, and she looked at me and she's like, "You want to get a tattoo?" I'm like, "Of course, let's go."
Yeah.
So I'm always down for a nice tat. So are we gonna get to? Can you show us some things before you head out? I know you're super busy dominating the world.
Yeah.
But could you show us a couple things?
I'd love to.
Okay,
All
guys,
right.
are we ready? Producers, can we head over to our spots? Okay, we're getting the thumb.
Do I
taking
not-
Listen, this is serious. I'm taking off my jacket.
Oh.
Davey. All right, let's do this. Come
I
on.
need someone needs to escort me. I don't.
Okay, you don't need an escort.
Okay.
Get up.
Okay.
All right. We've got paddles. That's good. We've got balls. Okay, Davey. Davey. Okay. Should I give you the ball? What should we do?
Okay, all right.
So Davey, you back up over there. Okay. Are we all in frame? I think so. Do you want to stand here in between us so that you can give us pointers?
Yes. So I always like to first observe where you're at, right? Because I don't know where you're at. Okay, so as a coach, I don't want to make the mistake of being like, teach you something and then you already know how to do it.
Right.
We know nothing.
I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, see, there we have, right?
No.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want the ball to bounce here in the middle, okay? And so you're gonna hit it. It's gonna bounce here, and then you're gonna hit it, and it's gonna bounce here, okay?
Yeah.
Watch me.
No, Davey.
Okay, we
no.
missed the bounce there.
Davey,
Doesn't matter.
You're supposed to bounce.
So remember, yes.
All right, ready?
It must-
Do it.
Okay.
Do it right.
Fine.
Yes.
No, David! No. No! All right, did I win?
Yes. Oh, but yes.
No way.
All right. So here's another thing we could do. Okay. So great job, right? So that's how we can control the ball. Now the other thing, let me demonstrate with her because she seems to be okay. Okay. The next one we're gonna do is you're gonna put your paddle right here. Now we're gonna hit the ball out of the air. Okay. Okay. A lot of stuff in pickleball is volleys. Volleys, yeah. So pretend there's going to be a line right there where your feet are, right? And you're not allowed to step on it or step forward.
Okay.
So you just stay where you are.
Okay,
I'm going to do the same. And what we're going to do here, while he's dancing, is that we're just going to volley the ball back and forth, okay? So it's going to just be this little motion here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you look nervous.
I am. Go.
She should be.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, so let's try.
Don't fart.
Yes.
Oh, she's so good. Oh, she's like.
So good. Keep going. She is so good at this. See, now.
Wow, way to take out our guts.
That was fun.
That was fun, right?
Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Thank you so much.
Maybe I found a new hobby. I don't know. But this was really fun.
Thank you.
so much for coming out.
Super fun.
Congratulations on all of your winnings.
Thank you.
And when you get those tats, you got to send us a pic.
I will.
Okay?
I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, guys.
So awesome. Thank you.
That's yours.
Oh, fabulous. I will play with this for the rest of the show.
Is your headband sweaty?
Oh, no. It's glistening.
It's glistening, much like his unicorn sprinkles and magic.
Many blessings.
Many blessings. Oh my God, I got a little sweaty. Not gonna lie.
That's good you
That
took
was
off your
so
jacket.
Fun.